some therapy.
Real nigga need no therapy.
No,
Fuck you talking
no, you
about?
sound stupid as fuck.
Shit, everybody stupid.
Yeah, well, you need
Hey,
to talk to
welcome back
somebody.
to the Rich Man Group podcast. I'm Manning Stevens, aka Man Steps.
And I'm Rich Mac, aka Mac Daddy.
There we go.
And
Yes,
today we're about to talk about the next track, the session.
the session.
The
Yeah,
session.
man. Yeah, hey, that
For
we
Shizzle.
like. I like that. Yep.
All right.
Hey, so hey, man, look. Let's talk about the stigma behind having going to this. Okay, well, first of all, should we just kind of disclose what the session is about, or do we just want to go into talking about a stigma of having going to a session?
Well, I guess let's first talk about what the session is about. All right.
Okay.
So when I first put together the track, the session, in my mind, I'm thinking about like a jazz session because
Mm,
when we first hooked back up, I'm thinking, we older, we need to kind of be like jazzy, kind of relaxed, kind of jazzy type. So my whole feeling was like, let's do some jazzy type stuff.
I
So
like it.
initially, I was thinking about a jazz session. So when I put together the session, the instrumentation, everything was all related to having a jazz session.
Yeah, so basically a jazz band, jazz session, and so let's tie this thing into the album title, right? Instrumental help. So you got a song that you title the session, where you were
Hmm.
saying, "Hey, look, I'm thinking about like a little jazz band because we're older cast, blah blah blah." And how does the session and a jazz band link with mental health? Like, what is that? How
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
So yeah. So with the album Instrumental Hell, we discussed various topics that are relatable. And today, more importantly, mental health is like a real thing. I
For
know
real.
back when I was growing up, we weren't allowed to cry. We were
That's right.
called a little punk, you
Yep.
know, about, crying and expressing our feelings and all that type of thing. That's something that we weren't allowed to do. That was like taboo. You don't do that type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't
Nah.
mean to cut your wisdom, man, but we're gonna really get into the stigma, and I hope that people ride with us and not try to take us down for this because they're like, to your point, when we were younger, if
Hmm.
somebody said that they need to go see a psychiatrist or they had to
Yeah.
go see somebody, they were, man,
Something was
tackled
wrong.
almost. Yeah, right. Like, oh,
Yeah.
it's thrown off,
Yeah.
way tough. They were ostracized in a way that kind of like alienated them, right? So in hindsight, I realize now that really speaks to our ignorance, or the people's ignorance about receiving some form of help.
Right.
Like I'm gonna
Yeah.
take it back just a little bit, man, and I'm gonna send it back your way. You think about year after year of slavery, hundreds of years of slavery,
Oh, you going
and
way
now
back.
you have these mothers that have witnessed their children, their families disrupted, and they've been taken and sold away. And now we've been taught to just suck it up, be a man, be a woman, deal with it. You know what I mean? Get through it. And without any type of formal structure behind trying to repair what you've gone through,
Yeah, it has
we just
remained that way for centuries, for eons.
exactly.
At what point do we realize that kind of going through the same thing?
That's right.
We don't need to be chastising people because they have an issue. Everybody has issues. There's nobody on this earth that's perfect. There's nobody on
Well
this earth
said.
that has a 100% down pat. You know what I mean?
Yep, that's
Everybody
right.
needs help. Everybody has an issue. I mean, except for me. I'm
You especially got issues, man.
but
Nah,
but
I'm
seriously
proud.
though, it's always been a stigma, like you said, especially growing up back in the day, and in the 70s, 80s, 90s, we never discussed mental health,
No.
and it's just I don't want to say it's a new thing that is coming to light now, which I mean I guess it technically is, but I'm old school, and just and I feel like I'm talking a lot because I am talking a lot and I love
You
talking.
good. You good.
but it's like, we need to move past that. You know,
Yep.
we need to move past. Oh, you just weak. Oh, you need to stop crying. You
Right.
you you need to tuck in that upper lip because you don't need to be crying like that. You need to be a man. You ain't a little boy. You
Right.
know, we all have feelings, man, and we need to address things that bug us.
That's right.
And I feel like this song started out as a jazz session, but the session really touches on this mental health thing.
I
You
agree,
know,
man. I think like from a deep perspective, I would say this is one of the deepest songs that we've ever really delved into. And
yes,
we do have another one that we talk about some police brutality, whatever. But this one right here is way relevant actually with
yes,
what's going on now. Like to your point, man, like I remember being, in high school and it was almost a joke for somebody that's in a remedial class. Like in hindsight, it's like, dang, that's not cool. You know what I'm saying?
right,
And
right,
and then there's a lot of times where we meet people, man, and they're masking this and they're trying to get through life with the
right.
best that they can. This is a personal share. I remember running into some chick years ago. One distinctly told me, like, I'm suffering from depression. And I was like, girl, ain't nothing wrong with you. We having a good time right now. You know what I'm saying? Let's pour up. And she was like,
Right,
well, I hadn't kicked it like that in a minute. And I I didn't know any better. And then adding that drink to what she was going through was
mhm,
disastrous. She's
yeah,
fine now, but
yeah,
but but it's just not knowing, right? So like I take a different stance in people's mental health, um, much more than I did before.
yeah. And I feel like nowadays is way better than it was back then because
For sure.
we're starting to understand that mental health is it's a real thing, you know, and it's okay. Everything is
Yeah.
it's okay to talk about how you feel.
Yep.
It's okay to not like something. It's going back to the basis of the song or the premise of the song. If it's too much, don't put it on yourself to try to figure everything out. You can't figure everything out on your own.
Can't.
You
You
know,
can't.
everybody needs help at some point in time. Not
We're
all the
stronger
time,
together. Yep.
but everybody needs help sometime, and it's okay to ask for help.
Yep.
I think that was like one of the main things about this song is to understand that it is okay to not be okay and to ask for
I'm,
help.
I'm gonna jump in just a little bit, and I'm gonna try to push it forward in the lyrical piece of it. But when like what you said is true. It's okay to not be okay, and it's okay to ask for help. And if like you believe in the Bible and you look at what Noah did, Noah went out and got pairs, right? He got
Mhm,
two of each animal. So
mhm.
to me, if you look at that, man, what that says is that we're stronger together. We rely on someone else. We need
Right,
other people, others to be able to thrive. So
for
I'll
sure.
leave that there.
I was a very great point. I was just gonna play a little snippet of the song, to kind of
Cool.
people to understand what's going on.
Some therapy.
Real nigga need no therapy. Fuck you
No,
talking
no,
about?
you sound stupid as fuck.
Shit, everybody stupid.
Yeah, well, you need to talk to someone.
So
That was dope.
I took that sample from K Dot. From we all know who K Dot's.
Some
He's
people don't know K Dot. Who the people that probably fool with us and listen to us may not know K Dot. We don't know that. So
all
expound,
right.
please.
All right. So Kendrick Lamar is
Thank
K
you.
Dot. So Kendrick Lamar had this track. I mean, he's what's happening right now.
That's right.
If I don't know when y'all gonna see this, but we're right at the time of the voting. You know, we're supposed to be voting. I don't want to really get political right now, but please vote. Everybody, please, whatever you do, please vote. I know everybody's saying, this, that, and the other, and it really does make a huge difference. I know a lot of people say, hey, I'm in California, it don't matter who I vote for,
That's
vote,
true. Right.
please vote. Everybody has a voice. Anyway, what I'm saying is, and the reason I brought that up is because he's on this song with Beyonce, which is a bomb song right now that Kamala's using, and K Dot is he's hot right now. You know, he had this beef with Drake or whatnot. But anyway, I took K Dot from this track, and he's a great artist, and he kind of touched on the mental health thing, and I thought that was is key into what we were doing with this song. You know, he talks about, you know, we don't need no help. You know, that's how we were when we grew up. You know,
Right. Yep.
a real dude don't need no help. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, you sound stupid as hell. And that's true. You know,
Yep.
she's encouraging that he needs to talk to somebody. So
Yep.
that's why I put that part in there.
Hey,
So
so this is sidebar to that. I think it's interesting too that like while we may not be your favorites, it kind of speaks to that we are speaking to the pulse of what's going on, and we're remaining relevant with what we're talking about. Our vibration and where we are, we're on point. But anyway, that's my thought on that.
this
Um,
is
lyrical development, baby. Let's go.
all right. I'm gonna go ahead and play a little bit more of the album so you can see how it go, or a little more of
I
the
like
track.
that.
Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. Hold
So
up.
yeah,
Hold
let's
up.
talk about let's talk about them
Hold up.
horns real quick.
Hold
Talk about
up.
them real quick. Let's talk about
Hold
them
up,
horns real
man.
quick. Go ahead on.
I hated that part. I hated that part, right? So I felt like I heard the horns in the background that you
Yes.
you initially put together, and I was like, let me grab my sax and my tenor and let me jump in
Yes.
because I too, though you didn't share with me that this was supposed to be the jazz band or jam session, but
Yeah.
because it's called the session, though, I thought, huh, you know what? Why not? Let me
Yeah.
see what I got, right? So I jumped in and I added my little harmonies to it. And to be fair, I was having some syncing issues with because we're kind of new to the whole platform and whatnot.
Right.
I was
Right.
having some issues with it's not called it's latency issues. I
Latency.
was
Yeah.
having some latency issues where when I was recording, I'd hear it here, but it would record a
Later.
little later, right?
Yeah.
And because of that, it caused the sound to sound like a brand new ninth grade high school band.
Yes.
All right.
I
And
love that. I
and
love
I
that.
didn't like it. And he liked it and
Yeah.
it works.
Yeah.
It works. So
Yeah. Yeah.
what you
Yeah.
got on that, man?
Yeah. Yeah. It sounds like some kids playing, right?
Yep,
But it's dope.
it's dope.
What is life if life is love? And you truly need someone to talk to.
Y'all want to you want to talk about those lyrics really quick?
Yeah, man. Appreciate that. What is life? You know, we all think about that. We go through this thing every single day. We get up and we go to work so we can go home and pay a bill. But if you think that's what life is, then you're wrong. What life is about love, and it's about being connected. We kind of alluded to it in the beginning. Through life, you need someone else. Like God didn't just put someone on an island. He didn't just create one without the other. And let's take it this direction because I may be offending somebody talking about God, right? And I don't want to offend anybody, but I do believe anyway. What if you're putting a a prison cell? If you watched on your own, if you've watched a movie where they put someone in a hole, when they come out, they're different
Yes.
because the mind plays with itself. You need to be connected. So what is life? Life is love and connection.
Yes.
Is
I
kind of
love that.
where I was going
I
with that.
love that. That's
Yeah.
amazing. All right. All right.
What is life when you're trying to see clearly through your scene? A mirror of introspection, reflection of true self. What is life? We swallow our pride, then we'll find our way.
You want to talk about the introspection?
Yeah, man. So because we kind of chatted about this a little earlier, and you said that one of the things you brought up was that it kind of reminded you of not sonically, but it reminded you of Michael Jackson,
Yes.
Man in
And
the
in the mirror.
Mirror,
Yes.
and I will admit that thinking about the Man in the Mirror that did have some play in that, but a mirror of introspection, meaning that I'm looking inward. I'm looking at myself, but I'm looking inward at myself to
Yeah.
really understand my true self.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when you get by yourself and you understand your true self, that's when the enlightening happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
kind of where that's where that was coming from, right? So
Okay.
a mirror
Okay.
of introspection, a reflection of true self
Yes.
is where we were going with that. Yeah.
Okay. That's seeing beyond just the superficial. This is like you really see who you really are.
Right,
And some
right.
people and
Maybe
some people don't like what they see,
right,
right?
because it's not perfect.
No.
We've been taught to think that things should be perfect,
Yes.
and it's not. Like it's nothing about me that's perfect.
Right.
And I deal with that. I've dealt with that. I've looked at things like, you know, I kind of talking about that. Like I wish I was this way. I wish I was LL, the ladies love, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not that dude. I am me. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it took a while for me to just
I
love
understand
who
that.
I am
Yeah.
and understand
Yeah.
this is what you get. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's kind of, so there's some truth in this song about me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In terms of that mirror and looking at who are you really, and
Yeah.
what are you really trying to be, and why do you think sometimes that you can do these things without someone else? You know what I mean? So
Right. Yeah.
um
All right.
it kind of goes back to Rich Man Group. You know what I'm saying? Rich Man, I thrive in this setting because of you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's
I
you kind of
appreciate
my
it, man.
you my therapist.
Well, we're gonna be there in a minute. We keep going with the song. I really am the
Yeah,
therapist. We'll
yeah.
we'll let it roll a little bit longer.
Watch harmony emerge to find brighter days. Melodies heal
Melody feel. I love
Yeah.
that.
while the symphony plays.
So I feel like you're tied it all in together. It was like, okay, it's a jazz session, but the melodies heal, right?
Yes. Yep.
Is that what you
Exactly.
mean by that? Okay.
That's it. That's exactly it. Like we're in this jazz session, but the whole point is to work through our issues. You know what I mean? Like when you're in a jazz session, it's like, oh man, you didn't come in on time, or you didn't do, like, it kind of goes back to that part that I didn't like about the song, but it
Mm,
plays well into the whole, you know, the whole theme of the song,
yeah.
because we're in this session trying to fix these things, and we need that professional to help us fix these things, and those sessions allow those melodies, those melodic conversations to heal some of
Yeah.
our pain points.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
In the session, we will find our way. In the session, harmony emerges. Find brighter days. In the session, melodies heal. In the session, while the symphony plays. In the session, beings healing.
By the way, those melodies are healing. That harmony went hard.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. So, as the horns we talked about, they're a little bit off, but it's all
Right.
part of the song.
Yeah, it is. This part.
Good afternoon, Mr. Stevens.
Afternoon.
How are you feeling today?
Man, hanging in there, I guess. Feeling a little drained, though.
I understand. It's okay to feel that way. Would you like to talk about what's been on your mind?
Yeah, man, just overwhelmed with the news about racism, discrimination. It's like a weight on my shoulder.
It's unfortunate you have to navigate through such challenges on a daily
That
basis.
drum go crazy.
The impact of racial discrimination and injustice can be profound. Have you found any strategies or coping mechanisms that can help you navigate through these difficult moments?
Outside of these sessions, man, just supporting friends and family, people who understand what I'm going through, you know?
That's great to hear, Mr. Stevens. Building a strong support system can be crucial in maintaining your mental health.
Talking to you really helps, man. It's good to know somebody understands.
I'm here to support you every step of the way, Mr. Stevens. Remember that.
Melodies heal.
So that was the session.
That was the session. That was the
A
session.
lot of us need to have that session because a lot of people are going through things and they really need to talk to somebody. And I feel like, we we just touched on a portion of a lot of different issues. Um, and I know you were discussing the racial, discrimination and whatnot. Being a black man, I obviously can relate to that. But there's a bunch of other issues that many people face. But for us, the reason we put that in the song is because for us, we really, it's real. It's just, and all of our songs that we do, we try to be as real as possible because it's our life, right? You want to elaborate, or you good with that?
What I'm gonna say is it's okay to admit that you're broken, right? Like we spoke on some of the things that have led to some of our ancestors being broken, but you said it better. You know what I mean? But just admit that you're broken and seek the advice that you need and the help that you need.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that the song ends up, we go back to your wonderful harmonies, and it just it just goes out with the chorus again. But I feel like this is honestly one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
Just because it's an important one. It's important that people really understand that we all need help at some point in time. We're not, and it's not a knock on anybody. It's just what it is. It's life.
We're just not
Nobody's
robots,
perfect.
man. Right.
Yeah.
I like this one. I like it a lot.
I hope you guys enjoy it as well. And I hope that this podcast kind of breaks down the essence of the song, and hopefully it'll make you understand where we were coming from, and the point of the song, and just to know that we all need help at some point in time, and it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
all right.
I think you got it, man. So the essence of the song, the essence of what we are about. You know what I mean? Collaborative efforts. Everything we're talking about is it kind of encompasses what all this that we're going through. But anyway,
full circle. Hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with the Rich Man Group. Please tune in for the very next episode, Jazzy Nights, which is another dope track.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, this was our very first song that we finished, Jazzy Nights, and it's pretty dope. Obviously I'm biased, but I like it.
I'm biased too. Yeah. Hey, yeah, you're right. So Jazzy Nights was one that got me because you had already cranked me up with the saxophone, and I was starting to get back into it. So that's kind of what led that thing to finish it. But yeah, man.
Yeah, we're talking.
So you're gonna take us out?
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and this thing. So the album's coming out, like I said, in this month, February, in October. Oh, did I say February?
You starting over, bro?
Woo!
Yeah.
The album's coming out in October. Please listen to it. It's gonna be on Spotify. It's gonna be on Apple Music. It's actually on our YouTube channel. Please like, share, and subscribe to the Rich Man Group.
Yeah, check us out.
Check us out.
You'll get more of this. Like, we're honing our skills right now, and you're gonna get the real deal. Like, this is
real deal.
I know we're not supposed to put this on there, but I feel like this one was much better. Like, I felt like it was that. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was that. Yeah.
All right. So peace out. Love y'all. We'll see y'all.
Love y'all. Take care. Yeah, dude.